Good morning, Sean. We're just out on the test drive now. I've got a 23 DBS in tow behind the Silverado EV. And so it's a little heavier than the 21 KBS. So we grabbed this one just for the test. I just want to point out here, I do have it on one pedal driving. So when I let off the, um, the accelerator, I'm going to get some regen happening as well. So we recorded the mileage, or sorry, the range that the truck had when we left. We're going to go for about an hour. I'm going to try a couple hills and just see how it performs. So far at highway speed, it's handling the trailer quite nicely. So, um, but yeah, let the test begin. So we're traveling along at about 100 kilometers an hour right now. The truck pulls the trailer very well. It doesn't feel any different than an internal combustion engine half ton. I can tell there's a trailer there, but it's pulling it quite nice. It's got a lot of power coming into the hills. We're at -5 right now, ambient air temperature, so kind of probably worst case scenario for towing a trailer. I don't think we'd be towing a trailer in any colder weather, so this will give us a good idea of what we're going to have for range. But so far, highway speed, couple hills, it's been towing very nicely. We're about 16, almost 17 kilometers into this test drive, and one thing I'm noticing is that compared to a internal combustion engine truck, this seems a lot more stable. Like I think with the added weight of the batteries, the weight of the truck, I'm not feeling the trailer pull me around um, as I would in a in a gas engine truck. So I think that weight of the batteries, the weight of the unit, actually helps stabilize it, and I'm not getting any sway. So it's towing very nicely. The trailer, I know it's back there, but it's like I said, this truck seems very solid, and I believe it's because of the weight of the truck that's actually making it feel more stable. So far so good. We're gonna hit some hills here shortly, so we're gonna test the power. So we'll see how that goes. So we're just coming up to our first hill, fairly substantial hill, and I'm cruising at 99, 100 kilometers an hour, cruise control, and we're in the hill right now. Hasn't hesitated a bit. Very, very smooth. Of course, there's no shifting, so it's doing very, very well. We're at the top of the hill now. There was no hesitation. The we did lose a little bit of power on the hill, but overall it handled that very, very well. So we're going down the back side of the hill we just came up, and I am letting the truck regen itself. So I'm doing one pedal driving, and I'm getting some regen power back into the batteries. So the regen system is working. On a longer hill, that would definitely freshen your batteries up for sure. But that was just a short downhill, but it did regen for me. So that's a good thing. Help with our range. So we're about 50K into this test, Sean. I'm just stopped on the highway here. We're out west of Rocky. So I'm just going to do a 0 to 100, and just to give you an idea of the power and what it'll do with the trailer on. So here we go. So there we're at 100. So that was pretty quick, very smooth. Again, the trailer is there, but it didn't feel like it was. So good acceleration up to 0 to 100, very quick, very smooth, and it can certainly handle this trailer no problem. once we get back to the shop. We'll do about 100 kilometers, and we'll see what we have left, or how we did for range. It's still -6, so we're staying at that same temperature. So we'll get a good reading in a not so perfect condition. So a little cooler, and we'll see how we do. So we'll report that one at the end of the video. So we're at the end of our test. We went just over 100 kilometers, and as I mentioned in the video, it was about -5, -6 for the duration of the test. We did have the heat on in the vehicle, so that was a draw. The temperature, ambient temperature, of course, would affect the battery as well. It towed great. I actually enjoyed towing it better with this truck than an internal combustion engine truck. I think it's because of the weight of the truck. It didn't seem to pull me around. It was very stable. It felt very secure pulling it. And as far as power, it has tons of power. And as you've seen in the video, it handled the hills quite well. I was able to accelerate up the hill with no problem. Definitely handled the trailer very, very well. So all in all, the truck handles the towing of the trailer very well. As far as the range goes, it looks like we went about 100 kilometers. It used about 200 kilometers of range. So that's kind of in line with what the reports and other things I've been reading on the range. So, but again, the current conditions -6. We had the heat on. And I was putting my foot into it a little bit on the hill, so we did some acceleration tests there. So, but it did use 200 kilometers of range. So for 100 kilometers of travel, it used that 200. So, but yeah, all in all, it worked pretty good. I want to show you a couple of things before, just outside the test. So I'm not sure if you've seen the frunk, but here's the frunk. Lots of space in there. There's actually different compartmental toolkits you can get for the front. There's accessories you can get for the front. So, but lots of space in there. There's a plug in here that's good for 120, 200 or 2.4 kilowatts of power. So you could actually use that camping if you wanted to plug in your trailer or other electrical devices. So I think the electrical truck for short range camping, within 200-300 kilometers, the truck would be very well suited for that. Long distance travel, you'd have to have it planned out to get your charging stations, but handles the trailer very well. Eats up some range, but all in all, I really liked towing the trailer with the truck. So I hope this video helps with your decision, and we can talk further after this.